Hey everyone, welcome to group break number 200. Today we have a nice basketball mixer with 3 blasters of 2020-2021 Contenders, 3 blasters of the same year of Select, and 2 blasters of the same year of Prizm, and 2 retail boxes of the same year of Prizm. So it's going to be a fun mix today. Again, always appreciate all the support on the breaks. This being the 200th one, it's kind of hard and crazy to believe. But without further ado, let's get underway with the team randoms. 3 times on the names, 3 times on the teams. Who you line up with is who you get. So let's have some fun. And again, let's get some cool stuff. Once, twice, and 3rd time. J on the top, Jackie Fur on the bottom. And teams 3 times. Here we go. Once, twice, and 3rd time. Knicks on the top, Pistons on the bottom. All right. Jay, you've got the Knicks. Nelson with the T-Wolves and the Warriors. Jordan, you got the 76ers. James Moon with the Thunder. Jason, you got the Nets. James with the Hawks. Tony with the Pacers. Marco, you've got the Heat. Gabriel with the Nuggets. Steven with the Wizards. Gabriel with the Mavericks. Kerry with the Lakers. Kyle, you got Portland. Jay with the Kings. Marshall with the Clippers. Marco with the Pelicans. Mad Dog with the Celtics. Kyle with the Magic. Paul, you've got the Rockets. Kyle with the Suns. Scott with the Grizzlies. Gabriel with the Bucks. Jordan, you've got the Cavs. Mad Dog with the Spurs. Carrie, you've got the Hornets. Justin with the Raptors. Marshall with the Bulls. Scott with the Jazz. And Jackie Fur with the Pistons. Yeah, there are some people that, like, again, every single time I open up random.org, it's like, new window, like, incognito, just make sure there's no cookies being saved, anything like that, like, anything possible, just because it's so weird how sometimes people line up with the same teams over and over again. But it's weird. I can't explain it. Like, really, I can't. No matter, like, there's people that get stuck with good teams, there's people that get stuck with bad teams. So it's just bizarre. It's the way random.org giveth and taketh sometimes. All right. I don't know if Marco's in here. Oh, yeah, I think they are. Yeah. So yeah, we'll give 2 minutes for trades here. Yeah. All right. So yeah, a couple minutes for trades. So again, just in case. So should be a fun mix. So I mean, at the very least, the Cavs and like the Cavs at least have a rookie. So it's one of just like, worst case scenario, you at least have a rookie. But yeah, I don't see any action on the trades otherwise. So let's get started here. I said we're going to start. We'll do the 2 Prizm blasters, then we'll do the 3 boxes of Contenders, then we'll do the 3 boxes of Select, and then we'll do the 2 retail boxes of Prizm. That is the best order, I think, for this. So. Oh, for sure. It's just like, hey, if you can find a trade, great. If you're stuck with them, I mean, it's better than being stuck with some of the other teams, right? So, yeah. Here we go. I'll just have to get you a cool Cavs card this time, right? Jones for the Heat, White for the Spurs. Well, that's a good start. Green rookie of Wiseman for Golden State. And green for the Mavericks. Well, that's already a stand to start us off, so great start. First blaster, first pack, bring in some heat. Here we go. Pack 2. I mean, like, that's just probably going to stay on a stand for the rest of the break. Smart for the Celtics, Carter for the Raptors, Beal for the Wizards on the Dominance, and Wood for the Pistons. Ilyasova for the Bucks, Curry for Golden State, Howard for the Lakers on the Purple Wave, and Terry for the Mavericks. Yeah, that Wiseman's actually fairly well centered too, I would say. Because sometimes the color parallels, it's mainly the red waves, I guess, that have been giving us the problems. But, like, it's pretty... like, I think it might be a little bit left to right off. But it's not as obvious as some of the other cards have been. So, all right. Powell for the Mavericks. Clarkson for the Jazz. Hero for the Heat on the Sophomore Stars. Let's put those there. There we go. And Rubio for the Suns. So it just helps me when sorting later to have them. Oh, that's a good rookie on the back. Too bad it wasn't the color of the one in front. Melton for the Grizzlies. Bridges for the Hornets. Silver of Poole for Golden State. I think he's taken off a little bit. And LaMelo for the Hornets on the rookie. Right, I think Poole's kind of had a really hot start so far. And, well, we got a relic, I can tell you that much. Pack is a brick. We got Zeller for the Hornets and Kevin Knox for the Knicks on the sensational swatches. Wiseman for Golden State on the instant impact, and Portis for the Knicks. Actually, we put the LaMelos on their own side because this is for the good rookie. All right, Blaster 1, incredible. I mean, like, honestly, like, if we get nothing in this blaster, they average out to both being really good blasters because you got the LaMelo rookie and the Wiseman green. So, here we go. George for the Clippers, Wiggins for Golden State, green of Harris for the Nuggets, and Hero for the Heat. Wall for the Wizards, Howard for the Lakers, Isaiah Stewart for the Pistons on the instant impact, and Mannion for Golden State on the rookie. Bertans for the Wizards, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander for the Thunder, Purple Wave of O'Neal for the Jazz, and McCollum for Portland. Got a USA basketball here. Shamet for the Clippers, Napier for the Wizards, Davis for the Lakers on the USA basketball, and Oturu for the Clippers on the rookie. Okay, I gotta rotate these sleeves. I think that's probably a relic. Berea for the Mavericks, Richardson for the 76ers, Silver of PJ Washington Jr. for the Hornets, and Drummond for the Cavs. Yeah, that's probably a relic. I'll say decoy dust, but oh, good rookie in the back. Rozier for the Hornets, Terrence Ross for the Magic on the sensational swatches. Morant for the Grizzlies on the Dominance, and Pokusevski for the Thunder. So, not bad for 2 blasters. Not bad. We take those. All right, and a reminder: the Contenders base does not ship. Just the hits. So, I think we've hit about 50% auto. I think we've actually hit more autos than relics out of contenders so far. So see if we can keep that up. But here we go. Base. Red of Miles Turner for the Pacers and Vassell for San Antonio. Where are we putting these? We'll put them on this side for now. base, 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 base. Yep. International ticket of Bogdanovich for the Jazz. Base. Ooh, rookie relic. This is like this doesn't have any foiling on it, actually. This is, I don't know if they're all like this, but this is actually like a big misprint. It's Nagy, right? Yeah, Zeke Nnaji, but it's got none of the foiling. I don't know if they're all like that, but it doesn't have the logo. It doesn't have the Contenders. It doesn't have his name foiled. That's honestly like pretty cool. And Aaron Baines for the Raptors on the Red International. Yeah. And I don't know if they're all like that or if it's just that one, but be interesting to find out. For the Nuggets on the Nnaji, so it's always cool getting misprint cards, I'd say. Especially when it's like something like missing the foil. Nagy rookie ticket jersey. Yeah, no, they have all of his on eBay have the foiling. So this is just a weird error. So this is like a legit like modern day error card because yeah, every other one on eBay has its foiling. So I mean, hey, error card, let's highlight it. That's cool. Again, it's something little, but it's just like if this was like, again, I talk about this a lot with like recently. If it's like Pokemon or something or Magic, like that'd be a bigger money card because that's what you're looking for. So bronze ticket of Markkanen for the Bulls and game night of Young for the Hawks. But yeah, I've never seen that before. So. That's base, and Azubuike for the Jazz on the draft class. So that is a first. I mean, I've seen cards without foil before, but like normally it affects like a giant print run and not like one. But that might be a legit like error 1 of 1 card. So that's again, really cool. It's like weird because it's technically an error card, but it's just like it's just cool. I don't know. I like that type of stuff. So Anunoby for the Raptors on the international ticket. Right, that was all just regular. Yeah. Valanciunas for the Grizzlies on the red, and Okoro for the Cavs on the class of 2020. Another Trae Young game night coming up, and not a relic, so. Nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. Just the game night red of Trae Young for the Hawks. This feels like a relic, yeah. Oh, maybe not. It's not. It's an auto, I think. No, it's a relic. Never mind. False alarm. Pritchard for the Celtics is just backwards, and Murray for the Nuggets. So Pritchard for the Celtics on the relic. Oh, I just bring another 100-point sleeve and top loader with me for the next box, just in case. Put that there. And last one. Well, there's a Zion at least. Randall leads us to a red of Oladipo for the Rockets and Zion on the game night for the Pelicans. So there we go. There is that. I'm just going to do a quick check through the base, make sure I didn't miss anything. I did not. Other base. I did not. Perfect. All right, last blaster here. So 2 jerseys. It'd be nice to get an auto in this one. I do like the rookie jerseys though. Honestly, like, if those were auto, those would be really, really sick cards. Like, you know, you pop a little, like, auto down there, especially, like, the Pritchard, like, you pop an auto there. That'd look really sick. Especially on card. Here we go. Blaster 3 of Contenders. Azubuike on the red draft class for the Jazz. Red of Kevin Love for the Cavs and Nanaji for the Nuggets on the draft class. International ticket of Irving for the Nets. This is a jersey, I believe. Just feels incredibly thick, yeah. And Nwora for the Bucks on the rookie jersey. And Azubuike on the red 2020 draft class. Is that our, like, 3rd one? That's the 2nd in this blaster for sure. No, I just got his regular in the box before. I think that's the 2nd in this blaster, but that's bizarre. So no auto, but I mean, an Air Relic, probably just as cool. Bronze game ticket of Seth Curry for the 76ers and Maxey for the 76ers. So, a little 76ers pack to end it off there. All right, select time. Let me get the Contenders out of the way. And then we'll move the Prizm base up here for now. Here we go. So let's go select one of my favorite products. I love the blue cards this year. I was not expecting it. I'm just like, is this, like, I almost wish that they made them like a special parallel, but here we go. Ooh, we got a field level silver, I think, or sorry, court side. Robinson for the Knicks, Killian Hayes for the Pistons on the rookie, Harris for the Magic, and yeah, blue Prizm courtside rookie of Achua for the Heat. That is, I mean, again, if you get that in the right name, the big money, one of the big money cards from the product. So, cool pull. So, Mitchell for the Jazz, Nurkic for Portland, Graham for the Hornets, and Azubuike for the Jazz. On the concourse, red, white, orange. Hachimura for the Wizards, Smith for the Suns, Okogie for the T-Wolves on the Premier, and Select Company of Irving for the Nets. Savin Lee for the Pistons on the rookie, Clark for the Grizzlies, Okongwu for the Hawks on the Premier rookie, And Bogdanovich for the Hawks on the silver. Well, the blue Prizm. The blue silver. Campazzo for the Nuggets. Barrett for the Knicks. Griffin for the Nets. And Robinson for the Heat on the red, white, orange. For grading companies, honestly, like, that's all depends on what you kind of prefer. Toppin for the Knicks, Lowry for the Raptors. Nice field level of Halliburton for the Kings, and Aldridge for the Nets on the Ninja Turtle parallel. Nice Halliburton courtside. For grading companies, honestly, like, again, you can try PSA will always be the bread and butter for most people. I think if you're looking for value, that's the thing. Is it's like, if it's a card where you're looking for, it depends on what your like goal is with it. If it's a card that you're looking for like the best return on, like if it's a high value card, I'd say you have to go almost PSA or Beckett at a certain point. For personal stuff, I mean, in Canada there's Mint, which is, you know, nice for those in Canada. Again, Mint's pretty tough on grades, just from seeing other people's stuff. So, but yeah, there's I think forensic grading is another one that I was interested by. I haven't looked into them too much, but like just they did a good video breakdown of how they grade cards, and it's like pretty much like, yeah, this is very fair. So, Wall for the Rockets, McDaniels for the T-Wolves on the rookies, Embiid for the 76ers, and Turner for the Pacers on the silver blue. So, I think honestly, like, if it's for your own collection, like, go with whatever is kind of like cheapest that you like the look of. I think, you know, Mint's not bad. Again, the forensic grading one might not be bad. Bledsoe for the Pelicans, Naismith for the Celtics, Markkanen for the Bulls, and Vucevic for the Bulls. He was traded, right? Yeah. So it comes down to preference, I think, at the end of the day. Gallinari for the Hawks, Sexton for the Cavs, Love for the Cavs, and Noor for the Bucks on the rookie selections. So if I were getting a card graded myself, I really don't know who I'd go with. I'd honestly probably try out the forensic grading. I haven't looked at pricing those. So Johnson for the Suns, Josh Green for the Mavericks on the rookie, Gobert for the Jazz on the Premier, and Giannis for the Bucks on the silver concourse. I would. Yeah, it's tough. Drummond for the Lakers, LaMelo for the Hornets. There we go. Smith for the Suns, and Wiseman on the. I think PSA might over time drop down. It depends what the card market does, right? So that was a good pack. Wiseman and LaMelo. So I wish they did like limited submissions per. Flynn for the Raptors, Bogdanovich for the Jazz, Donovan Mitchell for the Jazz on the court side, and Harris for the 76ers on the. I like the Ninja Turtle nickname for that parallel. But yeah. Like again, they're in a really weird spot where it's just like the demand for grading is so high. But again, if the market cools off a little bit, I think that'll change. I think Fanatics was talking about having their own in-house grading company as well. Which I kind of don't. That's kind of weird having the people that print the cards have their own grading in-house. Because, like, you know, the obvious of boosting that. Honestly, Admiral, I know everyone hates eBay, but like it is one of the best ways to figure out what people will pay for something. Quickly for the Knicks. That's solid. Porzingis for the Mavericks. LaMelo on the Premier rookie for the Hornets. And Simmons for the 76ers. Honestly, though, eBay completed listings are probably your best bet. I will stand by that for a while. So I don't think Panini would grade their cards 10s. I think there'd be some 9.5s that were 10s. And like there's grading companies that sometimes grade 9.5s at 10s and 10s is 9.5s. Vassell for the Spurs, Bertans for the Wizards, Zion for the Pelicans on the Premier, and quickly for the Knicks on the rookie selections. But Sabonis for the Pacers, Levine for the Bulls, Elijah Hughes for the Jazz on the Premier, and Mitchell for the Jazz on the silver. Tatum for the Celtics, Martin for the Rockets, Brogdon for the Pacers, and Harris on the red, white, orange for the... We got him on the Ninja Turtle, right? For the 76ers. But yeah. Honestly, Admiral, I use eBay to look up pricing for my own cards. Morant for the Grizzlies, Hampton for the Magic, Lewis for the Pelicans on the field level rookie, and Fultz for the Magic. Or field level courtside, sorry. When you do select football first, and do a lot of select football, it's hard to reverse that. Green for the Warriors, Trae Young for the Hawks, Durant for the Nets, and silver of Sexton for the Cavs. So that is I'm blanking. Select, so Prizm up next. But I think, again, I think grading is very kind of just personal preference at this point. I don't think there's a right or a wrong answer. I could sit here and say, like, obviously the more expensive your card is worth, the more you should send it to PSA or Beckett just because of their reputation. I would say if you don't care about, like, database or something like that, because that's something that to me is important as well. I know there's a couple like grading companies that have popped up that don't keep like a serial number database for their cards. And to me that's a bit of a red flag. It's not like, again, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's just like you can't look it up ever and like verify it type of stuff. But all right, Prizm Retail 1. So it's all personal preference, I think, at this point. So, and what your goal is. If your goal is to flip, obviously, like there becomes a break point where you can't, like, where it's not worth it. So Hart for the Pelicans, Rivers for the Rockets, Magic Johnson for the Lakers, and Kuzma for the Lakers. I would there's no right or wrong answer, I think, in other words. Trae Young for the Hawks, Simmons for the 76ers. Green of Garnett for the T-Wolves on the USA. That's a really nice looking card. And Hampton for the Nuggets. But yeah. Again, I would check out the forensic company. Collins for Portland. K. Towns for the T-Wolves. Edwards for the T-Wolves on the Instant Impact. And Fultz for the Magic. Oh yeah, for sure. It's like this really awkward point where it's just like, do you pay the $200 to increase the value by $250? But if you don't hit the 10, then you actually like pay money and you would have just been better off, right? Porter for the Cavs, Davis for the Lakers, Silver of Giles for the Kings, and Lewis for the Pelicans. So, what was the other one? Is it SGC? But I think they even slow down submissions as well. It's just a weird time. Bullock for the Knicks, Williams for the Clippers, Snell for the Pistons on the silver, and Van Vliet for the Raptors. Next up, Ross for the Magic, Brown Jr. for the Wizards, Red of Prince for the Nets, and Pritchard for the Celtics. Next up, Bryant for the Wizards, Robinson for the Knicks, Quickly for the Knicks on the Emergent, and Tillman for the Grizzlies. So Admiral, what I do is I literally go on eBay, I type in like that exact thing, and then I would go, if you hit advanced and go either sold or completed listings, I generally just hit completed listings because you can see what stuff doesn't sell for. You can get a good like idea of what it sells for. So Bertans for the Wizards, Frank for the Knicks, Love for the Cavs on the green, and Love for the Cavs. That is the best way. I think the best way to figure out a general market value for your card. Hardaway for the Mavericks, Okogie for the T-Wolves, Mitchell for the Jazz on the Dominants, Johnson for the Lakers. Yeah. All right. That's where this is a 5-card pack with 2 silvers. Baines for the Kings, Davis for the Raptors, Hayward for the Celtics on the silver, and Aiden for the Suns on the silver. Saban Lee for the Pistons. Weird. All the old sites, because if it's a rare card, or if it's a very new card, there might not be completed listings. If it's older, again, same thing. There used to be sites, but eBay changed how their stuff works, so you can't go back and look through them as much. Smith for the Wizards, Beverly for the Clippers, none on the sophomore stars for the Heat, and Hood for Portland. House Jr. for the Rockets, Satoransky for the Bulls, Zeller for the Hornets on the Red Wave, and Lehman for the T-Wolves. After the break's done, I can give it a quick look if I remember, so... if you want to stick around to them, Brogdon for the Pacers, Robinson for the Heat, Gobert for the Jazz, Kennard for the Pistons, Jones for the Grizzlies, Murray for the Nuggets, Anthony Edwards for the T-Wolves on the Emergent, and Inglis for the Jazz. That pack opened up really weird. Finney Smith for the Mavericks, Rodman for the Bulls, Okoro for the Cavs, and Stanley for the Pacers. Aiden for the Suns, Noel for the Thunder, Avdija on the silver rookie for the Wizards, and Clark for the Grizzlies. I feel like that's the second silver Avdija that we've pulled. Second or third. I feel like we've at least pulled them one more time. Hayward for the Celtics, Prince for the Nets, Kleber for the Mavericks, and Elijah Hughes for the Jazz on the rookie. Thompson for the Cavs, Hernan Gomez for the T-Wolves, Red of Melton for the Grizzlies, and Booker for the Suns. Luka for the Mavericks, Reddish for the Hawks, Emergent of Naismith for the Celtics, and Maxey for the 76ers. Jrue Holiday for the Pelicans, Harden for the Rockets, Green of Jackson for the Grizzlies, and Okoro for the Cavs. Oh, we got points coming up. Oh, that's a big point redemption. 900 points. Booker for the Suns. There's another card there. Barrett for the Knicks. I just got to get this in this. That's a really good point redemption. That honestly, like, is the pull of the break so far. So 900 points there, and it's a Porzingis for the Mavericks as the base. So that's a 30-team random, and I mean, again, if you hit that like that, that is a very good hit. So Paul for the Thunder, Carmelo Anthony for Portland, Silver Finney Smith for the Mavericks, and Bay for the Pistons. It's like, ooh, that's a different color of points. Healed for the Kings. Zubac for the Clippers. Silver sophomore stars of Hero for the Heat. This one's misstamped. And Okongwu for the Hawks. All right, so yeah, Admiral Robert there pulled up the pricing for you. So Barton for the Nuggets, Irving for the Nets, Isaac for the Magic on the Red Wave, and Harris for the 76ers. Oh, next retail box. So, I mean, hey, 900 points, no complaints here. That was a good box for the auto. That's worth more than a lot of the autos that you can get. So, all right, here, auto should technically be in this stack. So, oh, I already had them flipped the other way. Here we go. Yeah, it's the first time I've seen 900 out of retail. So, Nurkic for Portland, Jokic for the Nuggets, Hero for the Heat on the sophomore stars, Smith for the Suns. So Jordan's a 31 team random, or 30 team random, sorry. Looney for Golden State, Porter for the Bulls, Wiseman for Golden State, and McDaniels for the T-Wolves. So essentially at the end of the break, we'll pull up another random, and we will random it 3 times, and whoever's on top after 3 randoms gets it. So if it was dibs though, that would make chatting a lot more interesting. People would just be spamming dibs all the time, hoping that they hit it. Bembry for the Hawks, Conley for the Jazz, Nnaji for the Nuggets, and Parker for the Kings. Ooh, that's a good rookie. Gobert for the Jazz, Embiid for the 76ers, Silver of Mannion for the Golden State Warriors. I feel like we pulled him a few times. This is actually off-centered from left to right. And Halliburton for the Kings. Wish those were reversed, but still nice Halliburton. So yeah, that's how we do anything that like doesn't have a team assigned to it, essentially, because it's the fairest way to do it. So Russell for the T-Wolves, Redick for the Pelicans, Hardaway for the Magic, and Bridges for the Suns. Hunter for the Hawks, Korkmaz for the 76ers, Red Wave of Elijah Hughes for the Jazz. This one's actually fairly well centered. Ibaka for the Raptors. The Red Waves are really tough to get nice and centered. So another good rookie coming up here. I can't tell if this is no. Durant for the Nets, Beasley for the T-Wolves, George for the Clippers, and Williams for the Bulls. Yeah, I know it's very well centered. The points cards are always extremely well centered. Simmons for Portland, Allen for the Nets, Bertans for the Wizards on the green, and Rose for the Pistons. Because, like, I could probably draw the black lines, like, and box out. Ooh, we got our auto here. Mills for the Spurs, and it is... That's a good one. Hampton for the Nuggets on the rookie auto. Well, that is one of the autos that you're honestly hoping to get, right? So, who had the Nuggets? Gabriel. There you go. Smith for the Suns on the Emergent, and Josh Green for the Mavericks. Overall, pretty good break here. Pretty good stuff. I'm not going to complain about really any of this. We hit a few LaMelos out of select, which is nice as well. Covington for the Rockets, Kleber for the Mavericks, Silver for Porzingis for the Mavericks, Wood for the Pistons. DiVincenzo for the Bucks, Snell for the Pistons, Silver USA of Davis for the Lakers, Terry for the Mavericks. Middleton for the Bucks, Bagley for the Kings, Red Wave of Redick for the Pelicans. This one's off-centered. Rubio for the Suns. Well, might as well get another one. Capella for the Hawks, Morant for the Grizzlies, Instant Impact of Stewart for the Pistons, and another LaMelo for the Hornets. So 2 Prizm rookies of LaMelo for the Hornets. Level 1 and level 2 from Select. You take those. Dinwiddie for the Nets, Powell for the Raptors, Davis for the Lakers on the USA, and Portis for the Knicks. Randall for the Knicks, Morris for the Clippers, dominance of Morant for the Grizzlies, and Ramsey for the Kings. Lamb for the Pacers, Walker for the Spurs upside down, McCollum for Portland on the silver, and Carroll for the Rockets. Bacon for the Hornets, Tatum for the Celtics, Silver of LeVert for the Nets, and Johnson for the T-Wolves. Warren for the Pacers, Lowry for the Raptors, Red Wave of Graham for the Hornets, and Maildon for the Thunder. I still think the coolest card of the break is the Nnaji rookie swatch there, because it is just total misprint with no foil on it, and that's like not common across them all. So Payton for the Knicks, Augustine for the Magic, Flynn for the Raptors on the Emergent, and Forbes for the Spurs. Mitchell for the Jazz, Ingram for the Pelicans, Green of Walker for the Spurs, and Winston for the Wizards. Vucevic for the Magic, Garnett for the T-Wolves, Avdija for the Wizards, and Hero for the Heat. 3 packs to go here, and we got the big random to do. Gordon for the Rockets, Jordan for the Nets, Silver of Chris Paul for the Thunder, and Mannion for Golden State. So 900 points. I forget the exact dollar conversion, but I think like 600 is like what, 45, 50-ish. So Bogdanovich for the Kings, Lillard for Portland, Morant for the Grizzlies, Otoru for the Clippers. And last pack. Here we go. See if we can end on a big note. It's a Red Wave. Brooks for the Grizzlies, Markton for the Bulls, Booker for the Suns on the Red Wave, and McCollum for Portland. So let's get this random for the 900 points. Yeah, and then we'll call it a day there. I'm just going to see how much the 900 points goes for, and then we will do the random. But again, I know Panini points have a fairly set value, so 900 Panini points is about $70, 75. I don't know, they range between 50 and 75, so depends on if there's anything coming out. So all right, let's do the random then for that. So 3 times on the not Control F, Control V. 3 times on the teams, whatever team's on top gets the 900 points. Here we go. Once, twice, and 3rd time. The Atlanta Hawks. Who had them? Who had the Hawks? James. There you go. The 900 points are yours. And then that is the break. So that was Group Break 200. Overall, really solid. 2 LaMelo Prizm rookies with Select, Concourse, and Premier. So level 1 and level 2. The Wiseman green is nice. I mean, the 900 points is nice. Hampton rookie auto is nice. The Halliburton courtside is nice. Got a Wiseman, whatchamacallit, red, white, orange. Honestly, though, coolest card of the break. Bit of an error card here in a non-foiled Zeke Nnaji. thing there. So that is that's the Group Break 200. Tomorrow we'll be live at 4 for 201, which is a massive hockey mix. Thank you all for coming out. Let's have some fun tomorrow. And again, thank you all for your support. So, yeah, take care.